Welcome to Jobbed Out, the wrestling editorial that reminds you that if you support each other, cool things happen.
Undeniable. Forever.
It's funny. The very first video I had done when I rebooted Jobbed Out was about wrestling star Tessa Blanchard on the day she became the first woman to win a major promotions world title, cause Sexy Star doesn't count, sorry Dulce. At the time, she had put a tweet out trying to encourage women to stand up for each other instead of tearing each other down, and the backlash was glorious. Women from all over came forward with stories of how awful Blanchard had been to them, and how she needed to eat her words. These weren't nobodies from some small local indie either. We're talking performers under contract to Impact, to NWA, to AEW, even the WWE. Suffice to say, public opinion of Tessa Blanchard was not at its highest. Despite that, Impact went forward with her winning their world title because press is press. This was sure to get some new eyes on the company. As long as the attention is up, how can they lose, right? Well, ignoring that the controversy of Tessa being a bully, mixed with the controversy of a woman winning the men's world title, loses exactly what happened for Impact. I don't think anybody is going to forget how the entire world changed in 2020, but the sheer impact, pardon the pun, of COVID on the business included international wrestlers not even being able to cross borders. This included Blanchard, as Tessa was living in Mexico with her fiancé, fellow wrestler Daga. Still, Impact tried to make the most of a bad situation, offering to have her send in promos that could air so that the top name of their brand, who was holding the top belt of their brand, wouldn't be out of sight or out of mind. And Tessa not only didn't do a single promo, but decided to hold them up for more money instead. Smooth move, Slapnuts.
Oh my God! Down goes Beetle! It's Mr. Flatnut to you!
Impact promptly fired Blanchard and vacated that top title. Something they hadn't done since 2017 when then-champion Alberto El Patron was suspended over a domestic battery incident involving then-girlfriend Paige. Anyway, the wrestling world moved on and Tessa Blanchard's name sorta just disappeared until recently. Some rumblings had taken place after Blanchard was seen training in the WWE Performance Center, and rumors had taken place of talks between Daga and AEW, who already employs her father Tully. This, of course, has resulted in speculation on whether one of those big companies could take a chance and consider adding Tessa Blanchard to their rosters, despite having crossed fans and workers alike, and even burning a bridge with a national promotion. Now, we all know my track record and opinion when it comes to Tessa Blanchard, and most topics regarding social justice and cancel culture, really. So I'm gonna play devil's advocate here. I genuinely do believe people can grow and learn from their mistakes, that somebody can do bad things and become a better person down the road. So do I think Tessa Blanchard should be blackballed from the business forever? Hell no. Do I think that it's time for Blanchard and the wrestling world to reunite as if the last 18 months never happened? Hell no. But I am going to propose something that I think is absolutely required if Blanchard is ever going to resume her career and for the industry to embrace her when she does. When the initial controversy had taken place, Blanchard pretty much refused to comment on ridiculous allegations. She did later address one of them, saying that racism is not in her heart, and that despite many accounts from several credible people say otherwise, that she never used a racial slur towards a black wrestler in Japan. That was it, by the way. She never addressed claims of bullying except for calling Chelsea Green a liar. She never addressed claims that she was difficult to be around in the back. She hid in Mexico and has basically been waiting for it all to blow over. Now, with fans, that might work, as eventually people get forgiven for the most asinine of things.
As far as girl wrestling, I would send them all out to the strip bar and fire them.
There we go. Okay, that's
they take away jobs from men that need to support their families. They should be home washing dishes and cooking and pregnant and barefoot.
But that doesn't mean that she's won over the locker room. Even Lars Sullivan made an attempt to make things right among his peers, and I respect him more for doing that than the likes of Hulk Hogan, who tried to spin his own issue, so it was more about him getting caught than him being wrong. On top of this, there's still the matter of Tessa Blanchard refusing to perform her duties for Impact Wrestling and holding them up for money while she was still under contract. What employer is going to pay you if you've got a reputation for screwing the employer? I can't think of many. So if Tessa Blanchard is going to really and truly make this all go away, She needs to stop hiding. It's time for Tessa Blanchard to put a proper statement out. She needs to talk directly with the other women in this industry, with genuine remorse, and she needs to admit immaturity. All she needs to say is, I was young, I was hungry, I had an ego, and I said and did things to get myself over. I was wrong. I don't need to resort to that now, I'm sorry. She doesn't have to be specific, she doesn't have to rattle off every claim made against her, but she does need to make some effort. This blanket PR move is exactly what she needs to do for her peers to even consider trusting her again, for her employers to ever consider trusting her again, and for fans to ever consider trusting her again, so that she doesn't get the Hogan reception until the end of time. Now, it doesn't seem like too much, does it? It wouldn't undo everything, but it would show that she's at least willing to try to mend fences here. It shows some humility that she doesn't think she's bigger than the industry around her. And of course, it's then on her to not repeat the things that she was accused of. And frankly, if she didn't do those things, then that shouldn't be an issue. Not doing the things that she was accused of is a hell of a great way to put accusations to bed. After all, if women try supporting one another, cool things happen, right? Now, this is all just my opinion, and I want to know, what do you think? Is the wrestling world ready for a Tessa Blanchard return? Or is there still work to do before that can happen? Where would you want to see Blanchard land? Or do you want her to stay gone for what she had allegedly done? Let me know what you think in the comments, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for more, because I want you to be a part of this conversation too. For now though, I better get my shoulders off the mat, so I want to thank you for tuning in to Jobbed Out. I'll catch you next time.